Guys, I'm warning you right now that you need to turn back if you don't want to end up with vomit all the way down your keyboard and your t-shirt. You have absolutely no idea what you're in for with this character. And I know guys, a lot of you are probably sitting there like, guys, this character is new. How could you make a why I hate about someone so early on? You've barely had a chance to play them. How can I make a video on them this early? I'll fucking show you how. By the time the end of this video comes around, I know that you're going to agree with me. And you know what else I predict? By the end of this video, you're going to stand up, turn your computer off, and just crawl into bed for a few weeks to wait for the inevitable nerfs that Jhin is going to be struck with. I myself have had to fucking cleanse my house just to purge the unholy fucking stench that was playing Jhin. I have no idea what the fuck I was expecting. Judging by the trailer for the character alone, I could tell that we were on a one-way train to Fucksville. Someone that was so coked up scaling this champion and creating their kit that I can only assume they checked the fuck out of this earth and let Jesus take the wheel. Every aspect of this character is creepy as all hell. The guy is a fucking psychopath. Even the motherfucker's voice gives me the heebie-jeebies. Listen to that shit.
You will be poetry.
Oh, hell the fuck no. Seriously though, the way this guy walks alone ain't fucking right, man. He looks like one of those goddamn reptilians or something, trying to fit in with a human being. He walks like a fucking puppet or something. Nah man, this ain't right. He's a freaky, serial killing looking ass guy who has a weird obsessive compulsion with making death beautiful, which might make a great funeral director, but when you stick a pistol into their hands and set them loose in a battlefield, you're gonna have some issues. This guy reads like a fucking character of Dexter, real psychopath material, but does that actually reflect in his kit? What can we expect from all of his spells exactly?
What the fuck?
Just stop! Just stop it! Stop! No! Just stop it! It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services! It's time to stop!
Well, Whisper is Jhin's passive, and it's interesting to say the least. So, similarly to how Graves' remake operates, Jhin's pistol has ammo, and after 4 shots he has to reload. Like, somehow the scout from Team Fortress 2 accidentally took the wrong turn when going to work. He has to take a brief cooldown period to reload his pistols. His attack speed is locked, meaning that building attack speed is not going to make you attack faster. Your only way to increase your attack speed is to level as you normally would. Every 4th attack, Jhin is guaranteed a critical strike, which deals bonus damage equal to up to 25% of the target's missing health, meaning that Jhin, this creepy psychopath serial killer guy, is perfect for executing enemies. Jesus, I'm starting to think that the guy that designed Jhin might be projecting something here. I'm on to you, right, Gypsy? I'm just kidding, guys. You're not a serial killer. Along with his guaranteed crit though, his critical strike damage is completely nerfed to only 50% of the damage, but when you do crit, you gain a 10% movement speed buff, which is actually increased for how much attack speed you build. So there are some uses for building attack speed on this guy, and especially building an item like Zeal or Phantom Dancer that already grants you movement speed and attack speed just means even more fucking movement speed when you crit, meaning that this guy suddenly goes from moving around at the speed of a fucking scarecrow to being Speedy Gonzalez. His attack damage is also increased by up to 40%, which is also increased shitloads the more critical strike chance you have, and even more by the amount of attack speed you have. So building Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer answer on this motherfucker is like strapping Ferraris to his feet and nuclear missiles to his arms. What in the name of fuck is this first goddamn... This is the first spell, what the fuck? Oh god, I need an adult. Dancing Grenade is Jin's Q, and it would appear that Jhin has incredible telekinetic powers, because with this spell he causes a grenade to bounce up to 3 times, hitting 4 targets total with a shitload of damage. If the target you hit with this grenade dies, the next bounce does an additional 35% damage on the next bounce. If that target dies, that's another 35% damage added on, and if that target dies...
It's a peddling.
Oh no, wait, it's actually just another 35% damage, sorry, I got my script mixed up. So you could at worst be doing 160 damage per bounce with a fucking 50 and 60% AD and AP ratio respectively, or you could be dealing up to 400 fucking damage with an 123% AD ratio and 140% AP ratio. Can you hear that, guys? That's the sound of hybrid Jhin players coming. You can't stop them now. So Deadly Flourish is Jin's W, and honestly, I've made jokes about champions like Jinx who have ridiculously long normal spells in their kit, but this is a fucking joke. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that if Jhin shoots straight up into the air, he could bring down the International fucking Space Station or shoot a large bullet hole drawn dick into the moon. So the passive of this spell is that any enemies damaged by Jin's basic attacks or ally damage are marked with this spell for 4 seconds. The active is a massive, huge fucking line extends from Jhin, which fires a laser in the target direction after a really short delay, much in a similar way to Jinx's Zap. It, unlike Zap however, passes through minions and neutral monsters, damaging them for 65% of the damage before stopping if it manages to hit a champion. If that target is marked, they get snared. Pretty fucking simple. He gains a buff of movement speed from his passive, which he'll need if he hit you at max range of this spell, because you could very likely be on another fucking planet for all Jhin cares. Legitimately, you can shoot this spell from the enemy's fucking inhibitor tower and hit them at their nexus turrets. I wish I was kidding about this, but holy shit, it is difficult to hit. It's thin and precise, but when you do manage to land this spell from a different country, it deals a decent amount of damage, 190 damage with a 70% AD ratio, rooting for up to 1.75 seconds. Not the craziest amount of damage in the world, but what really can you fucking expect when this guy is shooting bullets into space and hitting aliens like... Captive Audience is Jin's E-spell, and it's kind of like if Echo and Teemo made sweet passionate love and produced a spell together. Its passive is that whenever Jhin kills or assists in killing an enemy champion, a lotus flower blooms on their corpse, which then promptly proceeds to blow the absolute fuck up, dealing up to 255 damage with a 130% AD and a 100% AP ratio on that shit. The regular spell active is that similar to mushrooms, Jhin stores traps every half a minute or so that he can throw out onto the map that arms and stealths quickly, which if triggered by an enemy walking over it creates a slowing field inside it for 2 seconds, followed by an explosion which deals a shitload of damage, as mentioned before. Perfect for laying traps for any jungler idiotic enough to come anywhere near your fucking lane, perfect for laying traps in bushes to stop that annoying support trying to get up in your grill, and perfect for breaking up with that girl that you have been trying to dump for fucking weeks. Oh, thanks for the flowers, honey! So finally, Curtain Call is Jin's ultimate. And I'm not gonna lie, it's an ultimate that you need to fucking experience for yourself. The first time you use this spell, your game goes and you just kind of sit there like,
hey, that's pretty good.
Jhin assembles his gun's final form and begins to channel Sniper Elite for 10 seconds, taking aim in a large conal area in the target direction. All champions that have been damaged by allies, thus marking them, are totally revealed during this time, and you get 4 bullets, allowing you to start firing pot shots into crowds of enemies, dealing damage based on their missing health, to go along with the 80% slow that you get with every bullet you hit. The 4th and final bullet in the chamber will not only do a crit, but will also deal double damage, meaning that you're looking at the 4th shot dealing up to 1200 damage with an extra 150% AD ratio if the enemy is low as fuck, which seems kind of redundant to me seeing as what champion is low fucking health on 1200 fucking HP? It is, however, a genuinely interesting spell to use though. I cannot say the same for being on the receiving end of it, but you know, well, you know, we should probably not talk about that. Alright guys, so that was the why you hate on Jhin, and yes, the character might not be officially released at the point of me actually making this fucking video, but I have still done my research and played the character, and fuck me, he is strong. So I guess, to calm ourselves down, we should probably try out some motherfucking anime. Big shout out to Crunchyroll for the continued support. Today I really recommend an anime called No Game No Life, which is an anime about a brother and sister who are amazing at video games. They get pulled into this fantasy world with 16 races where like everything is decided by games, like card games or virtual reality, and it basically follows this brother and sister becoming king and queen of the human race in this world and trying to take on the higher and better races. It's incredibly short, it's only got one season, but the art and music is absolutely fucking fantastic. Honestly, there's a scene where they play a word game in a library and the visuals are they're genuinely breathtaking. Definitely recommend you watching that and using the link crunchyroll.com/RossBoomsocks to get a free 30-day trial. It means a lot to me that you guys are cool with me giving a quick anime recommendation at the end of these videos, and it's only because I love anime myself that I use the service that I'm happy to partner with. Everything is 1080 motherfucking p, everything is subbed perfectly, and they have these things called simulcasts that allow them to get shows subtitled and released on their platform as quickly as an hour after it's actually aired in Japan. It seriously helps support my channel, so if you guys love my videos, don't turn off adblock to me, because a lot of that goes to Machinima anyway, and fuck those guys. Give No Game a Life a try, and use my link to check it out. Thanks for watching guys, have a great day.